It's a new day and I have brand new earrings and I'm ready to get right back into your questions. Why don't you learn to speak Chinese? Who said I wasn't? Learning Chinese is incredibly difficult. My first year here in China, my job actually gave me free Chinese lessons and I took them for about 6 months. But the Chinese teacher was a lot more interested in learning English from the foreigners in the class than actually teaching us Chinese. So I didn't learn that much. The extent of my Chinese is counting, ordering food, giving directions, asking people to take pictures of me, asking people to not take pictures of me. But this summer is gonna be different. Starting pretty soon, I will be taking online classes with an amazing accredited Chinese language school called Omeida. My plan is to take online classes for a few weeks until school is out and I can get down to the amazing, gorgeous, probably one of the most stunning places in all of China, Yangshuo, and take face-to-face, in-person classes at the Omeida language school. There are loads of Chinese language schools for foreigners all over China, but the reason I chose Omeida, it's more than just Chinese language learning. It's a full cultural immersion program where I'm gonna get to be able to take Tai Chi classes and learn Chinese calligraphy. I'm overjoyed, really excited, and also nervous, but it's gonna be a true learning experience, and best believe I'm gonna be vlogging it all. The big trip is happening in July, so make sure you turn that notifications on so you don't miss anything. What surprised you the most about China? There are a lot of things that have surprised me and still surprise me about China. But I'd say on the top of that list, the impact of Black American and hip hop culture in young Chinese students is mind-blowing. For the past year and a half, I've been teaching in high school and middle schools. And when I tell you, these students are obsessed with Travis Scott, Nicki Minaj, Rihanna. How about A$AP Rocky?
Oh, no, yeah, sure.
Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah. Yeah.
Toes.
The baby, little baby, and money bag.
Oh, the baby, little baby, and money bag. They give themselves the English names of Steph Curry, James Harden, LeBron James. They know every single hip hop related TikTok dance. They all want to be rappers. Like, who is that on your sweatshirt?
Maybe Tupac or Travis Scott.
And girl, bye, get out.
I have been so surprised by that because as an American coming to China for the first time, like I just had this idea that so many people were closed-minded and didn't have a global perspective of things and weren't exposed to international culture. Nah, I was wrong. The younger generation in China gets exposed to the same things that the younger generation worldwide gets exposed to. I understand why they gravitate to Black American culture because we're bomb, we're beautiful, we're fearless, we're strong, we're creative. We are the movement. We have been.
To me, we are the most beautiful creatures in the whole world, Black people. I mean that in every sense, outside and inside. And to me, we have a culture that is surpassed by no other civilization.
Yes, I'm Black. I'm proud of it. I'm Black and beautiful. Say it loud. Say it loud.
I mean, don't get me started on just how powerful the Black identity is. We already know. But to actually see how that has rubbed off on my students and on the culture here is incredible. When we look at this impact outside of just my students, if I turn on my TV, there are like 5 or 6 hip-hop rapping competitions on Chinese television.
Don't know what I be yesterday. Step by step, I got on these checks. I must get it hard, ever high, will be satisfied to my life. 也许太急太多，需要我来主宰，不管心中却需要变得复杂。
Have I seen my life? Have I seen my life? I promise. 如果你只见过16岁的我，也许你会大喊决议，这甩棍是我的。
They have dance studios that are influenced by the moves that Black people created and have perfected.
Body crazy, curvy, wavy, big titties, little waist. Body crazy, curvy, wavy, big titties, little waist. Body yada 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 yada.
They have hair salons dedicated to recreating Black styles, where Chinese people can go in with thick, sleek, straight Black hair and come out with a full-on fro like this.
我不愿意只是当个过客，能够跳舞的话干嘛做？
看一下这位小哥哥，他的头发的长度，他的没烫之前头发还是挺长的，烫完了之后是这种螺丝卷，就是一条一条的，然后用这个叉子在头上梳开，这里他自己梳，把前面的梳开，然后后面的我跟他一起梳。他这个因为头发很长，烫完了这个梳的时候是有点费劲的，所以要慢慢的给他梳开，全部梳顺完之后修剪一下，然后就这种效果，这种包大头。最后这款包大头就完成了。
I got several questions regarding being Black in China and racism in China. And this is what I have to say. Racism exists in every corner of this world, and China is no exception. But to be clear, it is an equal opportunity racism or xenophobia, as in people who are racist in China are not just racist towards me, they're racist towards Germans and Japanese people and Colombian people. I think the racism and xenophobia that happens in China can go from extreme to casual. Extreme being Black and African people being evicted from their homes that they legally live in, just solely based on the color of their skin.
You come from Africa country, you can't go in our building.
China's African community has been the subject of conspiracy theories and misinformation that they are responsible for carrying COVID-19. Now, they're facing a wave of discrimination. Widely shared videos on social media and on WhatsApp appear to show discrimination towards China's African community. Arrests on the streets. A man claiming he was reported to the police for taking a bus, and the McDonald's in Guangzhou displaying a sign saying Black people are not allowed to enter. McDonald's then temporarily shut down that branch after learning about the unauthorized sign. NBC News wasn't able to verify the circumstances surrounding these videos, and it is unclear what happened beforehand. So tensions between Africans and locals in China began to emerge in April when Chinese officials blamed foreigners for the rise in imported cases.
To the casual side being getting on a subway and everyone spread out because they don't want to sit next to or be close to the foreigner or the Black person. So for me, living in Beijing, the racism, discrimination, stereotypes, prejudice, colorism, xenophobia that I experience on a regular basis is the staring, the constant grabbing at my hair. It's the statements like, oh, you must be from Africa, because there aren't any Black people anywhere else in the world. Definitely, you're not American. You're Black, you're from Africa.
Where am I from?
Where do you think I'm from?
You look like Africa.
No, I'm American.
不可能啊，美国没有黑人啊。
And the other statements like, oh, Aleese, you're so beautiful because you're not too dark. You're the same color as Obama. That's beautiful. A giant challenge is the job market. It is not uncommon for job postings and recruiters to write in the description that they're looking for a white teacher only. It totally pisses you off because it's not about qualifications, it's not about background, it's not about education, it's purely about a person's skin color.
I'm sorry, you're just not qualified to teach at this school.
But I have 6 years of teaching experience. Your company only says it requires 2.
You must understand, these parents are paying for a child to be taught by a native English speaker.
I'm from Washington, D.C. That's the capital of the United States.
Yeah, but the parents will not accept this. I can see you're qualified. Can you start tomorrow?
Fuck yeah.
But please remember that there are thousands of schools and recruiters who do not make listings like that and will not discriminate against you based on your skin color, your nationality, or your ethnicity. Although I've experienced a lot of negativity associated with the color of my skin, there has been a lot of positivity as well, too. I don't want to just dwell on the negative things because Black should not be associated with negativity. Black is beautiful, Black is powerful, Black is strong. Y'all, I don't know why I believed in this narrative that I'd be the only Black woman in China, because it's a lie. Black people are all over this world and loads of them are right here in China. From large organizations to clubs to meetups to support groups to WeChat groups, there are more than enough opportunities for you to meet and bond with other Black and brown people here in China. Being Black in China comes with a strange level of celebrity status. People are genuinely very happy and excited to see you. Strangers will tell you that you're beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh, 谢谢. People will compliment your hair and say it's the coolest thing they've ever seen. They will listen to what you have to say. They want to know about your upbringing and your hometown. They want to take photos with you.
She doesn't want to let go. And her whole family's here. Okay. But it's good. I don't know if I'd like eat a lot of it. Hey, ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao. 那个就拿这么称了。你喜欢这个？不喜欢。哦，不喜欢。嗯。He doesn't like this. 拍照。哦哦。真的假的？哦，真的，真的。Oh Lord. 好。OK， 拍照。好，一起。Cheers. OK， 谢谢。谢谢。拜拜。拜拜拜拜。哎呦。Why are they gonna touch my hair? I mean, I was being nice to her. I guess that was her way of like welcoming me. Bye-bye. She didn't mean any harm, but damn, that's annoying, y'all. It's super cool to be loved just because I'm Black.
In your experience, how is teaching different in China comparing to America? I came to China with 0 teaching experience, so I never taught in America. The one thing that does stick out to me the most is the amount of boarding schools in China and how it's very, very common for students to go to a boarding school starting at the age of 7 all the way up to 17. Many students will grow up without spending much time with their parents. Sometimes students won't even go home on the weekends due to any type of circumstance. Who knows? I don't know. But as someone who never went to a boarding school, I of course think that this is very strange. Why have children if you're just gonna ship them away to a boarding school for their whole life? Who am I to judge? I'm not a parent. But as a former student, I definitely enjoyed coming home to my room and my space every single night. As a teacher at a boarding school, I guess I can understand both sides of the coin. For the students, they are getting a better quality education. They have smaller classroom sizes. They have interactions with foreign teachers. They're taught a global curriculum. That's really nice. Students develop really strong bonds with one another. I mean, they're always together, right? Like they're eating all their meals together. They're all in the same dorm. They're all in the same classes. From a social aspect, it's incredible, especially to be a 16-year-old with no parent around and you're in a dorm room. It's awesome. How do you keep a work-life balance as a teacher? To keep it all the way real, I really struggle with that. I'm a full-time teacher, a part-time tutor. I'm social and hang out with my friends here. I'm always trying to catch up with friends and family back home, trying to exercise regularly, eat healthy, keep my apartment clean, go to Taco Tuesday.
We out here Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday.
Now I'm trying to learn Chinese. Plus now I film and edit videos for YouTube. It's a lot and it's hard, y'all. It's hard. Plus on top of that, I live in China. I can't read, I can't write, and I can't talk. I'm illiterate. And it's definitely difficult. Yes, on Instagram and a lot of times in my videos it looks awesome, but I'm here to tell you that it's not always awesome. Sometimes you just have a terrible China day where everything goes wrong and you're just annoyed at things that are different and you can't do anything about, and it's frustrating. So dealing with that on top of all of the other things that I just mentioned is very difficult, but I'm trying to take more time for myself, to protect my space, to protect my energy, to clear my mind. So I'm doing a lot more journaling lately. I'm trying to prioritize my mental health. I'm lighting a lot of candles. I'm taking a lot of warm baths.
I have this beautiful sparkly bath bomb that is going in. Bloop. Ooh,
Have you dated in China? What are your thoughts on Chinese versus American? Yes, I have dated in China. I am currently single, ready to mingle, on the market, trying to see what's out there. I have very high standards, so it hasn't been great. In China, the way you meet people you're interested in dating is the same way you would meet people you're interested in dating in America. Tinder, Bumble, Grindr, we got all that in China. And then there's the Chinese dating app that is in English called Tantan. One of the things I absolutely hate about these dating apps are the catfishes. I've learned that photoshopping pictures is just kind of a modern cultural thing here in China. It's totally acceptable, but a lot of men on these dating sites just go way too far. I mean, they look extremely different from their photo than what they look like in real life. I've been on a first date with a guy and was literally shocked at how drastically he looked, and I thought that I had been catfished because I was like, this is not you. Like the picture and you, like, nah son, nah. Talking to Chinese guys on these dating sites usually goes just like this. Do you speak Chinese? Nope. Do you speak English? Nope. Block. That's just the way it goes. One thing I really hate about talking to guys on these dating apps is so many Chinese men believe this terrible stereotype of foreigners, especially American women, that we are easy, that we just want to have sex, and it's implied that when we go on a date, it's gonna end in sex. And we know that's not always the case. And it can be tricky trying to communicate that to someone. I also think that Chinese men here aren't used to talking about sex openly with women, not about the sex they want to have with each other, but just about sex in general. Like, a woman can talk about sex, but that doesn't mean that she wants to have sex with you right now. So I think culturally, they may not be used to that, and it may be misleading or confusing, and it just turns into a weird thing. For all those reasons, dating here is difficult, it's tough. Maybe if you're a white guy, it's not so hard. All right, you guys, I am all questioned out. I'm sorry I couldn't answer all 150 of your questions, but I am only human, and this will not be my last Q&A. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, Aleese Lightyear, over and out.